What if I told you that the key to your breakthrough isn't about waiting for the right moment or having all the answers? What if the breakthrough you've been searching for is actually hidden in the steps you're too afraid to take? Imagine transforming your life not with a single leap, but by taking 3 simple yet powerful actions. It starts with confronting the beliefs that hold you back, shifting the way you view challenges, and then taking massive, relentless action. Each step brings you closer to the person you were always meant to become. Are you ready to discover the 3 steps that will change everything? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped to turn every obstacle into an opportunity for growth. Keep watching. Your breakthrough is just 1 step away. What if I told you that the #1 thing holding you back from your breakthrough is a belief you've carried for years? That belief, even though it feels true, is simply a story you've been telling yourself. Maybe you think you're not good enough, that you're too old, too young, or that you don't have the right resources. But what if all of these beliefs are just limiting thoughts that you've allowed to define you? What if they aren't truths, but just barriers you've placed in your own way? This is the power of limiting beliefs. These beliefs are not facts. They are self-imposed limitations, and they are often the very thing that keeps you from stepping into your potential. Most people walk through life unaware of how many of these beliefs shape their decisions. They act out of fear, believing that they are incapable of more, without ever questioning the roots of that fear. It's not that you don't have what it takes. It's that you've been conditioned to believe that you're stuck or that success is for someone else. This is why the first step to any breakthrough is to identify your limiting beliefs. These beliefs control your actions, and if you never question them, they will control your future. What if, right now, you decided to challenge those beliefs? What if you could break free from the constraints you've placed on yourself? The moment you recognize these beliefs for what they truly are, just stories you've believed, you can take the power back. You can replace those stories with empowering beliefs that will propel you forward toward the life you've always wanted. It all starts with understanding that you're not defined by what you've believed about yourself, but by what you choose to believe from this moment on. What if I told you that your entire perspective on life could change with just 1 shift in how you look at challenges? That problem you've been avoiding, that setback you've been dreading, it's not what you think it is. What if I told you that every challenge you face is actually an opportunity in disguise? That's the truth behind the second key to breaking through, shifting your focus. Most people are trained to focus on the problem, to dwell on the obstacles, and to get stuck in the why me mentality. When you focus on the problem, you give it power. You start to believe that it's insurmountable, that it defines you, that it controls your future. But here's the shocking part. When you change your focus to the solution, or better yet, to the opportunity that exists within the challenge, you literally change the game. What if, instead of looking at a failure as a setback, you saw it as a learning experience? What if every rejection, every difficult moment, every tough decision was simply a stepping stone to something greater? That's the real power of shifting your perspective. It's not about ignoring the challenges. It's about reframing them to work for you instead of against you. The moment you start focusing on how you can grow from each challenge, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the architect of your own success. This shift is what transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's all in how you see the world around you. And the best part? You have the power to change your focus at any moment. The question is, are you ready to do it? What if I told you that the biggest barrier to your breakthrough isn't fear, it's your lack of action? You can have all the right ideas, all the right plans, and the best intentions, but without taking massive action, nothing will change. The truth is, most people are paralyzed by the unknown or the possibility of failure, and they hold back, waiting for the perfect moment. But here's the shocking truth. There is no perfect moment. Action is what creates results, not waiting around for everything to fall into place. Think about the last time you were stuck. You probably spent hours, maybe even days, thinking about your next step. You analyzed every detail, weighing the pros and cons, but nothing happened, did it? That's because you were waiting for the right circumstances to take action. The moment you realize that success is born through consistent, massive action, you free yourself from that paralysis. Action breeds clarity. The more you act, the more you learn, the more you grow. Even small actions move you closer to your goals. What if you could push past your fear of making mistakes and just start? What if you didn't worry about perfection, but focused on progress? It's in the action that you learn, adjust, and improve. The biggest breakthroughs happen when you step out of your comfort zone and take risks, no matter how small. Taking that first step is the hardest part, but once you do, momentum kicks in and the world starts to open up. The key is not in perfect planning, but in the willingness to act, even when you don't have all the answers. What if I told you that the key to your breakthrough is not just in your ability to act, but in your belief that you can succeed? It's easy to say, I'll try my best, but what if I told you that trying your best is not enough? You need to have an unshakable belief in your own potential to push through the tough moments. That belief will carry you through the challenges, the failures, and the setbacks, because without it, no amount of action or strategy will get you where you want to go. Imagine for a moment, what if, instead of questioning your abilities every time something goes wrong, you simply believed that you were meant for greatness? What if every time you faced a setback, you knew it was just part of the journey and that you could get back up stronger than before? People who experience breakthroughs don't just have a vision. They believe with every fiber of their being that they are capable of making that vision a reality. The belief in your own strength and your own worth is what fuels the relentless pursuit of success. What if I told you that your mindset, the way you perceive your obstacles and your abilities, is the ultimate determining factor in whether you'll break through or stay stuck? When you truly believe in yourself, the roadblocks become nothing more than stepping stones, and every failure becomes an opportunity for growth. You can't afford to let doubt control your journey. You must cultivate unshakable self-belief, because that belief will be the driving force behind every action you take, pushing you closer to your breakthrough. What if I told you that your breakthrough doesn't come from a single moment of genius, but from the relentless consistency of small actions? It's easy to think that the path to success is about one grand life-changing moment, but that's the myth. The truth is, breakthroughs happen when you maintain momentum, when you keep pushing forward, even when the results don't show up right away. It's those small, consistent efforts that build up over time and create massive change. Think about it. Every success story you've ever heard is built on a foundation of consistent action, one step at a time. Now, here's the shocking part. Most people give up just before the breakthrough happens. You try something. It doesn't work right away. And they walk away thinking it's not meant to be. But what if the key to success is not giving up too soon? What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for is just one more action away? Momentum doesn't just happen automatically. It's earned through consistent effort. It's the small habits, the daily grind, the decision to keep going even when you're tired, frustrated, or unsure. When you show up consistently, no matter how small the task, you're building the foundation for something massive. What if you stopped looking for the big moment and started appreciating the power of consistency? The more you show up, the more you build, and eventually you'll look back and realize that the breakthrough wasn't a single event. It was the result of every step you took along the way. It's not the giant leap that changes everything. It's the constant, unwavering progress that creates lasting success. What if I told you that the key to your breakthrough isn't about avoiding failure, but embracing it? Most people are terrified of failure. We view it as the end, a signal that we're not good enough, that we're not capable. But what if failure was actually the necessary step towards success? Imagine this. Every time you fail, you get closer to success, not further from it. Failure is not a punishment. It's the greatest teacher you'll ever have. It shows you where you need to improve, what needs to be adjusted, and where your greatest opportunities for growth lie. Think about it. How many times have you been afraid to try something new because of the possibility of failure? You avoid the risk, thinking you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're limiting your potential. What if instead of avoiding failure, you welcomed it? What if you looked at every setback, every mistake, as the essential part of your learning process? Every time you fail, you're one step closer to discovering the right way forward. Here's the shocking truth. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there because they failed, learned from it, adjusted their approach, and kept going. Resilience, the ability to rise up after every fall, is what sets achievers apart from those who never reach their full potential. What if you started to embrace your failures as stepping stones, not as signs of defeat? The moment you stop fearing failure and start using it as fuel, you'll unlock the path to your greatest breakthroughs. In conclusion, the path to your breakthrough isn't a straight line, nor is it defined by one singular event. It's the accumulation of small, consistent actions, the courage to face failure head-on, and the unwavering belief in yourself that will push you to new heights. The true power lies in your ability to recognize and challenge your limiting beliefs, shift your focus to solutions, take massive action, and embrace failure as a teacher rather than an obstacle. These are the keys that unlock the door to your potential. As you move forward, remember that breakthroughs are not reserved for a select few. They are available to anyone who is willing to take the steps necessary to make them happen. Keep pushing, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Thank you for your time and attention today. I wish you the very best of luck on your journey. May you never stop believing in your potential, and may every setback only strengthen your resolve. Good luck, and thank you.